Today we are remembering Chester Young Alter, who sadly passed away this week. All of our warm, loving thoughts are with his friends, family, and the rest of the Alters, including Mike. Paying tribute to him now is a back-to-back marathon of Mike and his Alters, the Animated Personality Drabbles. Round 1's coming at you with adult humour and animated violence as Mike, Chester, Svetlana, Manitoba and Vito go up to Mouse Tower to find the self-destruct button. This episode was announced just 10 years today before Chester Young Alter's death this year. Round 2 of Mike and his Alters, the Animated Personality Drabbles now on Central 4. Expect some very sensitive and emotional scenes, including some conversations that viewers may find upsetting in this one, as Mike is reuniting with his alternate personality family in Reunited. What made our fantastic, notorious LG Lily the woman she is today? Lily Giles on the Train to College is available to stream right now on O+. Now on Central 4, a shocking and unexpected yet unsurprising decision from Anne Maria leaves Vito with the case of the post-breakup blues. The third episode, Heartbreak, contains some offensive language, humour from the era that may offend, very sensitive and emotional scenes, including scenes of comfort throughout, and mild animated violence from the start. How would your average, out of the ordinary sleepover go with Svetlana? Find out in 35 minutes. First, this is the one when Mal tries to redeem himself. Not too sure how the others will think though. In my personal opinion though, I think he's changed. With animated violence, sensitive and distressing scenes and conversations that viewers may find upsetting, it's the 4th episode in our marathon, Forgiveness. The Alters are watching Disney movies in 25 minutes, and you may spot some references here and there from some well-known characters. There's humour that may offend first, and it's your usual sleepover gang. Manitoba, Svetlana, Mel, Vito, Mike. Nothing too crazy, right? Now on Central 4, a family Disney movie night with a total difference. Beautifully animated by Quinn Harpkate and Scott W. Key, and Disney characters hilariously and accurately voiced by Usain Paula Hale, Anna Cole and Tom Oscar Brown. There's adult humour with scenes that viewers may find distressing, frightening and upsetting in our 6th episode in our marathon, Disney movies. A scary prank from our Vito goes absolutely too far. James Corden and Seda Hall have special guest voices in 25 minutes. First, incoming adult humour with some scenes the viewers may find distressing and sensitive scenes too. The gang remember the time that they reunited. This episode was aired on More TV 6 years before Chester Young Alter's passing this year. It's episode 7 in our marathon, Family Point of View. Three of our more tough Alters get a scare in 25 minutes. First, all eyes are on mischievous pranks to Vito after he gave Svetlana a frightful shock of a scare. This can't be good. James Corden and Seda Hall are the guest voices in episode 8 of our marathon, Scares and Painful Reminders, which contains very sensitive scenes, including some scenes of discipline that viewers may find upsetting. In half an hour we prepare for a girls' day out with Svetlana, Zoe, Sky, Dakota and Sammy. First, Manitoba, Mal and Vito are in for a very unusual scare when they hear a noise that bothers them for days. yet they're acting tough about it, with scenes that some viewers may find disturbing and some adult humour from the start. It is episode 9, Scaredy Cats. What exactly made our notorious LG Lily who she is now? Lily Giles on the Train to College is available to stream right now on All Plus. Back to our marathon now, and pyjamas off and gal pal clothes on, ladies. We're off on a girls' day out with Svetlana. There's some very cheeky humour from the start as Lily Giles are guest voices in episode 10, Girls' Day. Three new terms with a ton of pupils and staff. Miss Giles has her work cut out. Albright SEN Special Needs Boarding School is here on Central 4 tonight at 8 o'clock. The marathon continues now as Chester acts like a teenager for the day. Sorry, Chester? A teenager? Something more to this, I think. There's some cheeky adult humour with language from the teen era that may offend. In episode 11, Acting Like a Kid. Love is love, as the old saying goes, and this relationship is no exception. Now on Central 4, beautifully written and animated by Courtney Daisy Lee, and scripted and produced by Calamity Glueswood and Lily Giles, we are about to witness the most incredible day of all time, with some humour that may offend from the start and throughout. It is episode 12 in our marathon, The Day. All of us despise arguments and conflicts too. Mike is about to witness one of epic proportions between Manitoba Smith and Vito. Fingers crossed Mel and Svetlana can talk some sense into them. In episode 13 of our marathon, Sibling Rivalry, expect some sensitive scenes, childish, cheeky humour, and heated conversations throughout. A special 15th episode, Insanity and Mother Figure, is in 25 minutes. First, the authors look at some very unusual fun videos in the 14th episode of our marathon, containing disturbing scenes, some that are not for the faint-hearted, and some with rapid patterns and flashing images, and some very offensive themes and language. Now on Central 4, it is the one that the Motherly Svetlana fans have been waiting for all morning. Mal feels extremely anxious about becoming his old evil self again, and it is up to Svetlana and the rest of the authors to comfort and reassure him. Animated wonderfully and accurately by Jenny Lake, and with brilliantly sensitive soundtracks from Jess Glynn, Adele, Fearless Soul, and even Sam Smith. There's some very emotional and sensitive scenes, some involving nightmare sequences that viewers may find frightening in this special 15th episode, Insanity and Mother Figure. Vito causes absolute prank-a-palooza in half an hour. First, a little family fact. Did you know that Dave from Total Drama Packeteer Island and Mike from Personality Drabbles, Total Drama Revenge of the Island and All Stars in fanfictions are cousins? There's some cheeky humour and upsetting discussions in episode 16 of our marathon, Visiting Family. After unintentionally hitting Svetlana, could Chester have possible self-doubt about himself? The 18th episode in just 25 minutes. First, after finding his old prank book, Vito is about to take things more than too far. Episode 17 in our marathon, Prank Madness, contains childish cheeky humour and mild language. Three new terms with a bunch of new pupils and staff. Miss Giles has her work cut out at Albright SDN Special Needs Boarding School. The brand new series and sessions begin tonight at 8 here on Central 4 and catch it on L4 tomorrow night at 7:30. Now Chester has doubts about himself after he unintentionally hits Svetlana, with sensitive scenes involving discipline that viewers may find upsetting. It is episode 18 in our marathon, Parental Regret. Our marathon concludes with an extended yet wonderfully animated and wholesome family special of epic proportions. Nightmares in 25 minutes. First, after looking up some very spooky stories, Vito now must learn to open up about his fears to his family the very hard way. Episode 19, the penultimate creepy stories, contains nightmare sequences that viewers may find disturbing and frightening, some that are certainly not for younger viewers, and some very sensitive scenes throughout. Finishing up the animated part of our tribute marathon now on Central 4. Mike has a nightmare about losing all of his personality family again. Can it all now help to reassure him, ease him of his worries and comfort him? Special 20th episode and the last in our marathon. Nightmares features nightmare sequences that viewers may find distressing, some that are not suitable for younger children, and some very emotional and sensitive scenes.